Jeff Bezos. Chances are you've already heard of him. He is, of course, the second richest man in the world, the founder and CEO of the mega conglomerate, Amazon. With a net worth of $144 billion, Jeff Bezos is easily one of the wealthiest and certainly influential figures in the world. The guy founded and started Amazon. What else is there to say? Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Young Jeff had a less than ideal childhood as his parents were merely high school teenagers when they had him. They were clearly not ready to raise a kid, prompting his biological father to abandon young Jeff and his mother when he was a year old, forcing his young mother to raise a boy on her own until she met and eventually wed a Cuban immigrant named Miguel Mike Bezos. Mike adopted little Jeff and gave him his surname, hence Jeff Bezos. Jeff graduated from Princeton University with a degree in computer science and electrical engineering and even landed himself a cushy job in a Wall Street firm. Jeff eventually left his comfort zone and sought out to capitalize on the previously untapped potential of the internet, establishing a small company in his garage which would seem to be known as, you guess it, Amazon. In its humble beginnings, Amazon, formerly known as Gadara, was merely an online bookstore until Jeff expanded upon it and diversified its products and services. In 1997, Jeff opened Amazon's IPO, and the rest was history. Now Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world, with significant market share from e-commerce like online shopping to the movies and TV show industry through the Amazon Prime streaming platform. Even now, Jeff continues to expand Amazon's horizons by investing in journalism as well as aerospace technology with the hopes of making the world a better place through its subsidiary, Blue Origin. We're Deluxe Living and we're here to give you a taste of how the 1% live. Today, we'll be paying Mr. Bezos a visit and get a closer look at the grand and luxurious life of the second richest man in the world. Don't forget to like this video, press subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can keep you up to date with everything deluxe and more. It's clear that Jeff Bezos is a man with a vision who has more than enough resources to make that vision a reality, aiming to leave a significant mark on this world for generations to come. The shared market of value of Amazon alone has cemented Bezos' status as a quintessential entrepreneur success story in history, boasting a mind-boggling market value of $2 trillion. Despite the fact that Jeff only has 11% shares of Amazon, his personal wealth alone consisting of $200 billion is a telltale sign that he'll do just fine even if he didn't work for a year. His wealth is so staggering that it exceeds the GDP of countries like New Zealand, Cuba, and Bolivia, just to name a few. Where else will Jeff start to make his mark than Amazon's headquarters located at the heart of Seattle? The entire complex is composed of 3 intricately constructed glass domes. To say that it is an extraordinary feat of engineering and architectural genius would be a disservice to the principles behind it. Jeff believes in making a positive impact on the planet, an idea which is greatly represented by the building. The building is built like a monumental biosphere, housing a variety of plants from 400 different species, with the end goal of providing its employees with a welcoming work environment that brings them closer to the nature. The entire headquarters occupies 3 city blocks. The dome buildings themselves possess a total area of 100,000 square feet. To put that into that perspective, that's about the size of 24 basketball courts. And just how much would this astounding architectural wonder cost? Just shy of $4 billion. It's not even the best part, as plans were announced of a new Amazon headquarters in Arlington, Virginia. A groundbreaking building constructed to resemble that of a double helix, surrounded by 3 buildings built around a sprawling garden. Currently, the ambitious project is awaiting approval from the city's authorities, and it's projected to be completed in the year 2025 with an estimated cost of $2.5 billion. Businessmen like Jeff Bezos are always on the go, and when you have a meeting on the other side of the world, then you're gonna need a ride that'll carry you in style. Sporting a $65 million Gulfstream G650ER capable of carrying 19 passengers with the ability to fly anywhere in the world without stopping. Boasting a state-of-the-art cockpit, a fully furnished onboard kitchen with all the amenities to prepare a world-class meal, a bathroom, a 4-seater first-class cabin adjacent to its medium cabin with a comfy sofa and TV. And at the tail end is a VIP cabin with a configurable sofa which can also serve as a bed. The best part, the interior of the plane is highly customizable and can be fitted as per the client's preferences. Only the best for one of the world's wealthiest. Of course, it can't be always investors meeting and round-trip flights across the world, because all work and no play makes Jeff a dull boy. So it should come as no surprise that the second richest man in the world relaxes like one too. When Jeff isn't away making Amazon's revenue go up, you'd most likely find him relaxing in his cozy and luxurious 417-foot yacht. The ship is custom-made and is currently in construction by Oshanko from the Netherlands, with every conceivable amenity that a billionaire will need for all the price of $500 million. When you're as rich as Jeff Bezos, you're afforded luxuries that many can't. From expensive jets to marvelous custom yachts to more obscure yet equally expensive things like a state-of-the-art robot dog. Jeff just took the meaning of man's best friend to a whole other level, buying a $100,000 robotic canine companion. This cute little guy is named Spot, a robot from Boston Dynamics capable of a wide range in motion. Spot was initially constructed for more practical activities such as gathering data and lugging 30-pound equipment. Or you just have him as your personal pet. You do you, Jeff. Jeff Bezos also has a rather peculiar side project. Some of us like to draw or make music as a hobby, while Jeff, on the other hand, straight up paid for the construction of a clock. But not just any clock, dubbed as a clock of the long now. 500 feet tall, $42 million investment, which serves as a placeholder of sorts for Jeff Bezos' legacy. The clock is specially constructed to operate for 10,000 years with mechanisms in place to signal certain points in time. From a clock strike every year, a clock hand advancing once every century, and a cuckoo to appear every 1,000 years. It's either go big or go home. Isn't that right, Jeff? Enough about Jeff for a second. How about you? Enjoying the video so far? If yes, then that's great. Press that like and subscribe button to see more videos like this. Now let's get right back at it. After a long day's work, Jeff just likes to unwind and relax in his home just like the rest of us. Of course, when you're living a life as luxurious as that of Jeff Bezos, you require an abode that can perfectly encapsulate the grand heights of one's wealth. Which is why Jeff bought not one, but 3 residences befitting the business tycoon. First up is his Washington, D.C. mansion, which comprises 2 neighboring properties which he bought for the price of $23 million. The properties were built in 1990 and formerly served as a textile museum, which were heavily renovated as per Jeff's request, adding another $12 million on its already staggering price tag. It is by far the largest mansion within the Washington, D.C. area, with a total area of 350,000 square feet, with an additional 27,000 square feet of floor space. Which is unsurprising considering its extensive modifications, adding 3 kitchens, 2 libraries, 2 in-house gyms, 11 bedrooms, and 25 bathrooms. Now that's a lot of bathrooms, or rather, floor space. Moving in with our second entry is Jeff Bezos' California estate, one of the most expensive properties within the Beverly Hills area, which was previously owned by Jack L. Warner. Sound familiar? Well, it should, considering that Jack here is the co-founder of the entertainment giant, Warner Brothers. Despite the larger-than-life status that Jeff has attained, he lives a rather private life, opting to keep personal details about his private domicile under wraps. What we do know, however, is that it cost up to $165 million. Now that's some expensive piece of real estate. The entire property boasts a 350,000 square foot area with a constructed area comprising 13,000 square feet. The property comes with a pair of tennis courts, an expansive golf course, a large swimming pool, 2 guest houses, and lots of open space. The mansion itself is captivating in its own regard, featuring a Georgian architecture harkening back to the past decades of yore. The further details regarding its exterior are quite sparse at the moment. It does excite one's mind imagining the many luxurious features of such a mansion. The third property goes to his triplex penthouse down in the 5th Avenue in New York. Buying 3 buildings with a luxury penthouse and a total area of 16,000 square feet. comprising of 12 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, all designed with a keen eye for decadence. The $18 million property hosts a beautiful and elegant, simple yet refined finish, sporting light colors to bring out its personality. Even the furniture is aesthetically pleasing, presented in a delicately wrapped package for those with fondness for the finer things in life. The crowning glory would undoubtedly be the penthouse, providing the same level of luxury coupled with a breathtaking view of the Manhattan skyline. When your dream is to leave a positive mark on this world, then you have to think more than just raising revenue or stock prices. You need to look towards the future with the goal of developing the human element. Jeff Bezos' immense wealth can only be matched by his big heart, an idea reflected in his philanthropic endeavors. Using the Bezos Day One Fund to provide nonprofits with the means of uplifting the lives of those that are left behind. Starting to where it matters the most, by investing in the development of schools in low-income areas, as well as providing scholarships to undocumented migrant children, with the end goal of fostering education in the minds of the next generation. But it doesn't stop there, as this kind of support is extended to the homeless as well, because no one gets left behind in this great big world. To Jeff Bezos, the future of mankind is up there, beyond the stars, and there's no better time to invest in the development of the future than now. By establishing the Blue Origin Company, Jeff Bezos has begun developments in space and aviation technology, opening the skies to not just astronauts and researchers, but to normal citizens as well, provided that one can afford it, of course. Blue Origin is currently working on making spaceflight more accessible to tourism, which could open to more opportunities, such as the transfer of industrial activities that cause environmental harm outside the planet. In 2021, history was made when Jeff and his brother Mark, along with veteran aviator Wally Funk and 18-year-old Dutchman Oliver Damon, took part in the first unmanned trip to space and back. An incredible feat for mankind, all done in his 165,000-acre property, the Corn Ranch, in Van Horn, Texas. Jeff Bezos is soaring to heights previously unheard, and he's not slowing down, financing developments that are literally history in the making. What's next, you ask? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Got any insightful takeaways? Share some with us in the comments below. If you're like us who's eagerly waiting for Jeff Bezos' next biggest thing, then hit the like button and subscribe for more of deluxe living.